We're about to hear from a woman who played a key role in Harvey Weinstein's sex crimes trial in California. A jury in Los Angeles, as you heard this morning, convicted the disgraced movie producer on 3 counts yesterday, including rape and sexual assault. Ambra Battilana Gutierrez provided vital testimony about his previous misconduct. She caught Harvey Weinstein on tape appearing to admit to groping her back in 2015. Prosecutors never charged him in that case, but her accusation encouraged other women to come forward. Ambra Battilana Gutierrez joins us now at the table. Good morning. We're glad you're here.
Good morning.
I know that this has been very tough. This has been a huge ordeal for you, and I'm wondering your thoughts after you heard the verdict yesterday.
It's a feeling of relief. Like, I just am happy that people believe me right now. Mm-hmm. People believe me and other victims. This wasn't easy. Back in 2015, I was 22 years old. I'm Italian, so English wasn't my first language, but I knew that what I was doing was right.
But back in 2015, you were a lone voice. You know, there was nobody who was saying what you were saying.
Yes.
And your encounter with Harvey Weinstein started because you had gone to a casting audition, right?
Yes.
And what happened?
I am a model, still now, and as every day I go to castings. I would never expect that walking into that office during daytime with people working outside the office, it would have happened that. He assaulted me, and after basically I left, I went right away to the police. I reported it.
They did not believe you?
Let's say the police tried to help me. They tried to do as much they could, but he was so powerful. He was able to just make me non-believable and destroyed me basically in any way he could. I had to leave New York. I had to go live somewhere else. It was just like living all my dreams here, and it wasn't easy.
But your testimony, Ambra, helped other women have the courage to come forward, and you ultimately ended up testifying against him in court. What was that like for you to face him in the courtroom?
For me, it was a feeling of being powerful again. In 2015, when I worked with the police, they were able to put it on a tape, and they had basically him saying what he did to me. And it was recorded. It was also video footage on the security cameras. So confronting him for me was like, you know, finishing that story to a good ending, to give the example that whatever I had done was the right way, even if it was so hard, that was to be done, to believe in justice.
Do you believe that we are in a better place as a society?
I feel that now there is more of a feel of security, of a feeling of safety in the justice system, where like situation of especially sexual assault or even sexual abuse can be more listened, and it can be like persecuted. That before probably there wasn't that much of that belief. So. Yeah.
What do you hope happens to Harvey Weinstein in terms of sentencing out in L.A.?
Well, more than anything, more than the sentence in L.A., I'm just more like relaxed about what's going to happen in New York, because he tried to appeal. So that was making me very, very upset and worried.
Worried he could walk free.
Exactly.
But what do you think, Ambra, as we sit here today, his lawyers are saying he still denies all of these allegations. When you hear that, what do you think?
I can't believe that someone that faced so many of the victims face-to-face in these trials cannot understand that he did something wrong. Like, I was born and raised Catholic Christian, and you know, the basis is like trying to forgive people.
Have you forgiven him?
And that's what I was trying to say. Like, I just cannot. I don't see any type of regret in his eyes. Like, it just felt so unbelievable when I was there on the stand looking at him, looking at the footage and the audio of him admitting what he did.
Yeah. So interesting to hear you talk about the eyes, because there's the legal strategy, whatever your lawyers are recommending, he doesn't want to admit this or that, but then there's the eyes.
Yeah.
For you to bring that up, I think is so honest and revealing.
I know the healing process takes time, but where are you right now, and what advice would you give to anyone that has been through this?
I'm feeling at a point where I know that my story is relevant, it's going to help other people, and that's why I'm trying to push for laws to try and help victims that didn't have possibilities before to get justice. So now it's passed the Adult Survivors Act, and it's this law in New York State that can open a one-year look-back window for victims of sexual assault, adult victims, and they can try to civilly sue again their abusers in a safety place that now we are in, where Me Too, it's here and people are listening, and
it must give you some validation and comfort and encouragement to know people believe you as we sit here in 2022 compared to where we were in 2015.
Yes.
True?
Yes, a lot of work, but I got to this point, yeah.
Well, Ambra Battilana Gutierrez, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Appreciate your strength.